Okay, I'm going to try to answer people's questions in the Ask the Instructor board, where I have a couple of questions up where people are expressing the fact that they seem to be a little bit confused about what do we expect for an end product here, because that's the way I interpret what's been asked when you look at the whole thing of the executive summary and the PowerPoint. So I'm going to be, excuse me if it seems like I'm backing up way too far, but let me go right back to the beginning and let's go over one more time what we really want to be doing here. Okay, in the case document, the story of the Family Fabrics case. And as some of you have discovered, it's based on the real-life Malden Mills case. But in that scenario that we painted out in that case, that you got essentially an assignment. You're there as a consultant. The place burns down in front of your eyes, and Jake Farnsworth tells you, "We're going to go forward with this. Is not over." And so your job all along has become one of developing a strategy, developing a plan that is going to either breathe life back into Family Fabrics, shut it down, move it away. I'm just running through a whole bunch of options here, okay? But basically, you're developing the business plan to go forward. And it's been a collaborative effort, right? You've been working in a group. And I knew when I put this together, always when people work in groups, there seems to be some dynamics that have to get settled out and get understood by everybody. But by this time, everybody should be pretty well along. All right, so the plan you have been working on and collaborating and deciding how you're going to employ all these elements of strategy and strategic thinking and the Baldrige principles that we've been looking at throughout the whole course. It's now time to put it together and present it. So really what we're asking for is two components, okay? And they really are the components of what you would be presenting to your client or to an executive group or to your boss. And that is an executive summary, right? Which is a written summary of your efforts, of your plan. It's the high level, the highlights, if you will. This is what we propose to do. This is the plan for Family Fabrics going forward. It should be a document of, no more than 4 or 5 pages in length, but it's going to hit all the highlights. It's going to hit what you guys have decided is the right path for this business to take in its future. And as I said, I've left it up to you to decide what form that path is going to be, okay? But this is the written summary. And as I've said in another video and perhaps even in a written document, 4 strategic questions. What do you want? Why do you want it? Why don't you have it right now? And what are you willing to do to get it? It can answer those. The other piece of the puzzle is the PowerPoint, which essentially is the visual presentation of the executive summary. That's all we want. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't breathe too much into it. But go back to the case, read the case, and in terms of those 4 questions that I just asked, see if the plan that you have developed within your group addresses those 4 questions in the context of the case scenario. That's really all you have to do. Okay, so that's where we're looking at it. A written document and a PowerPoint summarizing it. Those are the 2 things that your group will be presenting collectively. Okay, that's why I wanted to see things in the group discussion board so we can see who's working, what's going on, how things are progressing. We're in week 6, 7, and 8. You'll notice next week in week 7, we don't even have a discussion board because that's when you're really going to be concentrating on finishing up the case and getting it done. So really, I hope this answers your questions. Keep asking if it doesn't, but I thought this was probably the best and most effective way to get these answers out to everybody. Okay, thanks for your time. Keep asking the questions. Keep working.